Hey, everybody, if there's anybody. Alright, looks like we have 2 viewers, so that's good. Say hi in chat while I get everything started up. Alright, so what I'm thinking is we just do questions. You guys can just ask away and I'll see what I can help with. And yeah. So let's see how that works out. Hey, X-Dragon, how you doing? Good to see you here. How long have you used Unreal Engine? I've used Unreal Engine from 4.5, so quite a while. I would say probably, yeah, like a year to 2 years now. Actually, yeah, 2 years about the same length as my YouTube channel, which I believe is almost 2 years old now. Jeez, it's taking a very long time to load. I don't know why, but it is, but it's okay. Hey, it's done loading, finally. Sorry, I was just downloading an update. Alright, so I'm gonna just chill in this screen for now. Alright, so is there anything specific that I can help you out with? Hey, wow. Jeez, 5 viewers. Welcome, everybody. Alright, let me turn this shit off. Alright. So. What are we doing? What are we doing, guys? Well, I was thinking... I was really just thinking getting your guys' questions. Seeing what I can help you guys with. Where is... Let me check what's new while we wait. Ah, I really should have set up a music playlist. Where's the emails? Why does Gmail lie to me? Like, you have notifications, and then I don't actually have notifications. Is there a way to make 2 different players use the same game mode in single player? Well, the game mode, yeah, essentially just... Are you talking about using the same computer in a sense, or just using the same game mode? Because the game mode is attached to the game itself, so it's more of the game mode will be decided by your level, because your level is what uses the game mode. I really don't know why it's been taking so long to load these days. But yeah, your game mode is decided by your level, not by the player. So if 2 players are on the same level, they'll use the same game mode. But if you're talking about single player, then you would only have 1 player unless you're doing something like split screen, which is slightly different to that, really. It's just slightly different. Because what you can do is you can just set up 2 different inputs for the players, and that way it's 2 different players in single player, split screen kind of thing going on, but they're using the same game mode. Female. Alright, so, well, for that kind of stuff, basically what you would do is you would have something like a new blueprint, and it will be a character, for example, and this will be our player character. So if you were to open it, you would essentially get a skeletal mesh. There you go, you see mesh, it's inherited. So what you can do is, if you select player customization and we do something but what does your game mode do? That's the question. Because, for example, if I was to do character customization and let the player choose either male or female, then I'm just gonna make two very quick people, I guess. I'm gonna do, what can I do? Yeah, cones. These cones will be my characters. So one cone will be, I need to make two materials. One cone will be male, matte, and then duplicate and female, matte. I should close my window in a second. I know I completely misspelled that, but alright, so male will be blue. Right, so this one's constant, I think, yeah, constant 3. And this will be, yeah, this is male will be like yellow or whatever. If I actually did the proper thing. There we go. Yellow, sort of green. I don't know, I'm colorblind, don't judge me. Are you using a script that you got from maybe the market? And then the female will be the same, just constant 3 vector with pink. There we go. Okay, fantastic. So that's our character customization in a sense. So I'm gonna make 2 of these cones, and what they're gonna do is basically I'm gonna just re-import them as something like a model, for example. There we go. Jeez, I have not. There we go. Okay. So then we just drag here. This is the female, and then what you want to do is you want to duplicate it. Control W as usual, and there's the male. So now what you want to actually do is you want to save these. Okay, it's like it's somewhere here where you could save it as a mesh. Gosh, they moved a lot of things. Edit. Huh. Where did they move this to now? Export. No. Save. Alright, there's another way we can do it then. Geometry. Cone. And it's a bit small. I need it to be like. How tall is a person? Like 200, right? 200, and this is like 60. There we go, perfect. Where did they move this to? This is so frustrating. Somewhere here. No. Did they really remove that option? Ah, there we go. Create static mesh. Fantastic. Create static mesh. And this is the. Just drop it in here as character base. Gosh. Okay, create static mesh. And then I'm gonna just duplicate this and call this base female. And this I can then rename to male. Alright, so basically what happens is, because we have two, well, we have the same icon for the character, in a sense. So that doesn't really matter what we do here, but this one is female. How we're going to distinguish them is by the colors. So if you were to do it this way, male. So when you're doing the character, I'm not going to use this mesh, I'm going to use a different mesh. So I'm going to use a static mesh, and it's going to be empty. So basically you'd have like a save file of your character, right? So basically what would happen is you would then do something like this. So we attach on the construction script, you would have a variable and you call this male. That's fine if it's a boolean. So what you do is you're going to make a branch. You hold B and click to make the branch, drag in the male. So if it's male, then you set the character base male thing, set material, There you go. True. So if true, then it's male mat. Else the thing will be female. Alright, so now what we do is when we where's world settings, window, world settings. Alright, so the game mode override, we'll just do game mode. You just need to find the one that lets us edit things. So like it's one of these. No. Okay, we'll make a new game mode then. Blueprints, blueprint class, game mode base. New blueprint, that's fine. Okay, so new blueprint. The pawn class will be our, what do we call it? Player character. Great, save. So it's gonna look very strange when we do it, but that's fine. So when we press play, we're gonna have to eject ourselves. That is very loud. Alright, so it didn't overwrite. Why? That is very strange. Fine, let's just hide it. That's why, because we don't set a static mesh. So this is just base male, and remove this. Make this world default. 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 Okay, it's fine. We'll just use wood worn. Fantastic. There we go. Save, compile. And if you press play, well, right, we attached to it. That's not going to help. This should... No, okay, it's not overwriting. Very, very annoying. I hate it when this starts to do it because you don't actually know. Oh, gosh, that's close. I need to drop my phone. Alright, so what's going to happen here is why is this happening? See, it's the kind of things that you need to figure out when you're doing a video. The camera. Message retracted and the camera. What about the camera? See the game mode. Yeah, it's over here. Let's see. Maybe. Let's just set it here then. Player character. There it is. Default player character. Compile. Save. I'm just gonna do build. Maybe that will help. It does happen where this gets very annoying. And like it's something so simple and then you completely forget about it. And we could add a camera as well. I just in this case I would have just ejected from the player. There you go, I'm just gonna put it back there. Okay, I always set compile to save as always, because then it saves for you as well. Alright, so save here. Press play. There we go. Alright, so we didn't check male as true, which means it becomes purple, which is perfect. And where is it? There it is. I'm going to close these two because we don't need them. So now let's put the male as to editable and enable it, compile, and as you can see it already changed instantly to exactly what we need. So that's how I would tackle player customization, where you would have set up two different character meshes, and you would just swap between them in the construction script by loading a game. So when you load the game, you would load the variable and save it. So then you'd have a variable like male, skin color, so on and so on, and it'll just keep on going down the list. You would probably best if you do a sequence. But yeah, cool. Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's just about figuring out the best way to do it. Geesh, already 24 playbacks. Nice. This seems like a lot better format than normal videos. Alright, what else can I help you guys with? I really need to get some music. See, the thing is, I don't know YouTube's music policies. Oh, away. There we go. Save the current level. All right. So save it as in save variables. That's pretty easy. So let's quickly just set up a little bit of. Let's set up some movement quick. And once we set up movement, then we can do like a level save. So what we can do is we can, here in the player character, we'll just do it here. You would technically want to do this in the player controller though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say T will be to save. So when I press input T, yeah, there you go, input T. When it's pressed, right, it's going to save. Save level name. What do you mean save level name? As in, like the name of the level? For example, if you're making like a map for a multiplayer game, you would call it like Dragon's Peak or whatever. Is that what you mean? I'm just making two functions quick. While I wait for the reply, like level 1 and level 2. All right, so the best way to do that would technically be in something like this. You would have a, where are they? The blueprints, structure. You could have a structure. All right, so this would be like level, level name. I don't really know what to name it right now, but like struct. So within here, you could have all the things that you would need. So something like this, first of all, would be, yes, I know I'm live. First would be like a texture, or 2D, right? So this would be like the image of the thing. So you could call this level thumbnail. My earphones are getting in the way of my typing. New variable. Then we could have something like level name, and this would be a string or text. Text usually works better because you can fit it in without having to re-import, without having to change the variable types. Okay, why did our frames drop like that? It's very bad. I'm just gonna wait for it to come back. My internet better not be dying on me again. It happened earlier. Alright, so level name, then like level description, description, and then what you would do is you would save, and then you could have like a map manager blueprint that would essentially go through it, edit it, and save it. Because what you can do here is, for example, I'm just going to make a blueprint class and just actor, whatever, call it map manager. And within here on begin play, you could, well, first of all, you can create the struct, which is create the variable and just get this, say, map list. And this is actually that structure we just made, which is called level name struct. So now map list, what you do is you get it, and then you say create, and gosh, I forget how to work with these structs now. How did I used to do this? I'll have to remember it now. But yeah, you would essentially use a map list or an array. Arrays could also be used, and then you just save it into the game by doing like a save game, and then you can just load them in as you need to. But I would use structs, and you just save an array of structs. That could also work. There we go, struct, set members. That's another way you can do it. If you split that, there you go. But the thing is, this only does it for one thing. So what you would do is you would have like a for each loop and a name of levels. There's many different ways you can really do it. I'd have to think about how to do it the best way in a sense, but yeah, this is probably the way I would do it. As I'd create a structure that defines how my level, name, thumbnail, and all the variables get set out, and then just use those as needed by saving them in an array, saving that array into a save game, and then I have a list of all of my levels. One second. Jeez, they really bumped up the usage of Unreal Engine. I'd love to know. One second. While I wait for the next question. Okay, hardware. Good. I'm just doing how much high bitrate. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Bum 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 bum. All right. Jeez, is it really falling behind that much? I'm just a bit behind. Yeah, my internet was so bad. Like I came home today and I thought I would actually have to cancel the stream because our internet wasn't paid up for. So I had to go and do that. So whatevs, I guess. But it's fine. It's all done. It's all good. So crisis averted. Jeez, my spine. All right. Any more questions, guys? All right. Go back to File Explorer. I'm gonna put that same song on again. All right. Oh, how do you make a light in a building? All right. So that's actually a really good one. I'm gonna delete all this stuff. Okay. Let's delete all of this useless nonsense. I will keep the skylight and that sphere we can remove. Sky and fog, volumes, atmospheric fog. Let's undo that because that way we can have some nice. Okay, so there we go. This table also needs to be deleted. There we go. Statue, table. Okay, fantastic. So the rest will leave. So first thing that you're gonna do is obviously just add some sort of floor. There we go. And we're gonna make this like, I don't know, 2000 by 2000 by like 10. Alright, so now we have like a floor, right? Which means, hi, what do? I am doing game development tutorials today. I'm basically just answering questions on Unreal Engine. So if you have anything to ask, go ahead. Just know I'm not like a professional at it, but I'll answer what I can. Alright, so here we go. Let's make this like 20, and then this we can go. What's the best? We'll make this like 300, like a normal roof. Put this up 150. And this we can extend quite a bit. It doesn't matter because we're doing inside. If you hold Alt and drag out from an arrow like that, you will duplicate. You can do this multiple times. switch over, rotate back to, there we go. There we go. Alright, and then I'm just going to drag the roof up to make the floor up to make a roof. So what this is going to do is this is going to make a dark room, I guess you could say. There it is. It's all dark. Well, it's actually not that dark. Okay, that is weird. I've never seen that happen. Okay. Okay, we're gonna take off this light because I think that's what's causing the problem. Yes. Seriously, what light is doing this? Reflection sphere. They really have changed so much because this never used to do this. It would always go super dark. I'd never know what's the best way to fix it because to add a light like this, it's not just that easy. Alright, let's take off the skylight. It's putting in light? That's new. Alright, but anyways, so I'm gonna pretend like this is a very dark room. Trying to create a HUD with a sliding menu coming in from the right side. Would you create that in the blueprints and in the HUD? Actually, as soon as I finish this, I will show you. Thin walls. Oh, maybe. Let's put this up then. Let's try it. You never know. Let's do 100. 100. That's never been a problem before. I mean, like, this usually just blocks off the light. Honestly, I've never had this problem before. No, still doing it. That's very strange. Never seen that. Let's try this quick. I'm just gonna delete this sky sphere. What else? This background cue we don't need. We don't need that. This is no lights in the level at all, and it's still doing it. Okay, we're gonna do it the other way. New level. Fantastic. Open it up. Sure, save. Oh yes, I'd have to rebuild the lighting. That is correct. Thank you. Whoever threw that in there. Alright, so skylight, directional light, fantastic. We'll keep that now. Actually, well, then we can just open up that same world, right? Where is it? Maps. Minimal default. Sure. Right, I forget. Auto exposure disabled. Did they actually add that in now? Finally. Because, for me, it always used to mess with me. And I would hate it so much. Because that effect, I never wanted that effect in anything that I've built. There we go. Fantastic. Now it's super dark. Great. So what do we do to add lights? Well, that's easy. What you do is literally hold P and... No, not P. My bad. That's Unity. Alright, so what you can do is you can just add a point light. There you go. You can put it up to the roof. I prefer spotlights because they just work slightly better. Why are you being added there? There we go. I prefer spotlights because if you want to make an actual light looking fixture, this is what would be the best option. You can just drag these out like so. It is spotlight, and then it's nice because you can just mess with the angle. So for example, there we go, the inner angle as well. I put it up as much as I can. Usually this never works, but it's worth a try. Just put it up to 90, but 80 is usually the highest. Then attenuation radius you can put up or down. I keep it like that. Source length you can increase, but it just actually dims the light a bit because what it does is it makes the source longer, which isn't usually anything that you want to do. The radius you can also increase. That it also doesn't do much unless you're doing length. So we'll keep that at 0. Temperature is cool because you can change the color of the light. Like a more natural light, for example, would be something like this. and that's in the room. And then all you have to do is just add a mesh and put like a point light in. So for example, you make a mesh and a point light with a very small intensity, and it will look like the actual mesh is glowing and putting in the light. All right, so let's do, what's the next thing that was told? The HUD. All right, so let's do HUD quick. The HUD, if I remember, that was user interface and widget blueprint. So there we go. So if you want to do something like sliding, sliding menu coming in from the right side of the screen. All right, so if you're doing, I'm just going to do it with a button. So sliding menu is actually pretty easy. Once you have set everything up, I suggest doing this last, by the way. What you can do is, you can do, there we go, getting the movement control. So here's our menu, which is going to have a one button menu. And what's going to happen is we're going to create an animation and call this slide in. So what you want to do is you want to put your menu off screen first. You add the button to it, right? Then what you want to do is we add a, there we go, we find what moves it. So it's our X position. So we add a keyframe, move up. So it will take half a second to slide in, and we slide it in, add second keyframe, and then when you move it back, you can actually see start. There we go, playback. So there we go, slides in, slides in. Alright, so now that we have the slide in, all you do is when you compile, you go to the graph, on event construct. Well, the construct, you're not going to see it, but for example, there we go, on in. Okay, that is the construct. Okay, so when you construct, then what you want to do is you can say play animation, select. There we go, slide in, drag it off from there, start time, loops 1, playback speed 1. So when you compile, you can compile, where's it, signer. So when you, I just need to find the right player blueprint. Where are you? There you go, play character. So on begin play, create. I'm just doing everything in here, but this, you would basically call the HUD to be created. So create widget. Widget would be the new widget blueprint. That's what we called it. Return value, add to viewport. There it is. Fantastic. Compile, press play, and it slides in. Okay, so the sliding menu is for an RTS game, which is more like a tab. Alright, so basically then, if it's a tab, then what you can do is this would be off camera, if you remember correctly. So then what we can do is we'll have a checkbox quick here. I'm just going to make it a bit bigger. The style, scale. We're looking for scale. Probably upstairs. Size. Alignment, size to content. Nope, maybe we can do that, I guess. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. I saw it. Scale. So we'll make this 5 by 5. Fantastic. So this will be our tick in a sense. So then on the graph, instead of playing it when it's created, what we do is we get this checkbox, right? Then, oh no, my bad. That's not where you do it. It's easier if you click on the checkbox, scroll all the way down, and you'll see there is on check state changed. Add that as a listener. So then what we do is on click, you're gonna do a flip flop. So flip flop. So a flip flop is like a on off switch that's constant. Oh, is my cursor? No, my cursor is showing. Show cursor, you mean for the game? I'll do that just now in a second as well. So then what you want to do is you want to drag this animation, flip flop it, and say play. Play animation. Target will be self. Start time forward, and then what we're going to do is duplicate this. Control W to duplicate, put it into B, and play mode reverse. Alright, so compile, press play. There it is, and there it is. So now the only one bug that we have is that it's still visible, correct? So actually what you're going to do is we're going to do on construct, we're going to play it backwards, and the start time will be at 0.5 of a second, which means it will start at the end and be hidden. Press play, not play, click the little tick, it shows it, the button. Thank you for the subscription, Woody. Click it again, it hides the button. And that is the power of the flip-flop. Alright. So yeah, you can do that any way you like, as long as you can do a trigger. You can even add a button for it. So you can have a button that does it, you can have anything really. Anything that you can trigger an event in, which is basically any of the inputs. Alright, now to show cursor, you can do it in... I usually do show cursor under the game mode. Well, now that they changed it, I guess. Oh, there you go, event graph. So event begin play, show, where is it? No. Show cursor. Oh, yes. Okay, so what you're going to do is you need to get the, get controller, get the player controller, then set show mouse cursor true, and it will always show it. Easy as pie. Thank you very much for the subscriptions, everybody. Alright, any others? Any more takers? I'll give it a second. Okay, for the next one, I know what I need to do. I need to get music, so we can kill some of this dead time. Yeah, so show mouse cursor, you just need to get the player controller, and then you'll be able to show the mouse cursor. Is it possible to change only one member of a struct? It is actually. Where did we see it? Where did we use it? Here. So if you get this struct, it's not there, it's him. Map manager. So if you have a struct, you can actually break it, and then what you can do is you can, when you break it, this lets you use whichever individual one. Single value struct. I've got to set everything. Well, yeah, there's basically a way you have to do it. So you grab the map list again, and you want to say set members in the struct, right? And you can actually break this off. Break the link, split the structure. All right. So what you can do is you can say, okay, so thumbnail will stay the same, level description will stay the same, but the level name will change to hello world. So then that out struct, then you do, there we go, set to map list again. This will test you. Is it possible to change only one member of a struct? Okay, so that's how you would do it. You can change it, but you have to remember that you will have to break the struct, change the one value that you want, and still set the members of that struct once again. How can you make a Cacodemon-like AI? 1 second. Drag that over there. Cacodemon. What is a cac? Okay, so it's those things from Doom. Nice. Oh goodness, how do I generate terrain and procedural maps? Um, to be honest, I can tell you now, Unreal Engine is not the way to go. Well, it depends on how you're generating the. It's dependent on how you generate the terrain, because if you're generating cube by cube, like in a Minecraft kind of world, it doesn't work that well in Unreal Engine. Unity does it quite a lot better, but you can do things like procedural levels where it will generate randomly. Well, their AI is pretty simple, isn't it? They just go towards you and attack you. Am I correct in assuming that? I haven't played Doom in a little while. Like almost 10 years, little while. Yeah, so true, procedural terrain is it's quite a tricky thing in Unreal Engine. There's a way to do it with levels. So when this opens, there we go. What you would do is you would have persistent level, and then you would create sub levels. So with it, you can then use sub levels to build up a level, a procedural level, and it's quite tricky. I will actually, I can actually find a tutorial video and show you. No idea about that, but I need an AI like Skynet level. Skynet level. Well, it's AI isn't exactly my strong suit in Unreal Engine. Like I'm not horrible at it, but I haven't really like played it rough enough with it to be able to confidently say this is the best way to do it. I can show you like a very simple AI that follows you if I remember how to do it, but yeah, it's been quite a while, as I've said. Mm, AI like Skynet level, you mean what? Like you want like Terminators running around? Because I still don't think Unreal Engine is any tips for programmers to design some levels. My friend, I cannot give you any tips on level design because I am too myself a programmer. Um, I use squares and circles, and as you can see, I use cones to represent players. Level design just it's more of like an artistic thing. I'm not really the artistic type. That's my one problem is I can never actually find somebody that will make me models to work with. If I could find an artist that does 3D modeling and stuff, I'm pretty sure I'd be able to do something really cool. Um, but yeah, by the way, of those of you who don't know, this is a Cacodemon. It is amazing. No, I know about the 3D software. Well, technically, yeah, you can. If you want to do like complex geometry, yes. But for something like a maze, I mean, you don't really need a new level. I'm just going to make a default level so we have some lighting. Like for a maze or something, it's pretty simple. If you just drag this out, delete that because it's not a real floor geometry. I did like a little maze game a little while ago. There we go. So there we go. Here's our floor. And then what you do is you just use the same box, turn it over a couple of times, and you just build on. Use the snap feature. That's one. Yeah, it's 100 unit snaps, please. There we go. Just you can keep on going. Won't bite. Take your time. That's the best way. Um, I'm building RTS military game. Well, for RTSs, I'm going to tell you now, RTSs, you're going to be working a lot on your AI. Um, because for an RTS, AI is probably the most important thing. Graphics wise, you can literally use squares, blocks, and circles, but you want to use you want to have a really good AI. Blender, it's easier, I've used it, but it's kind of hard. You need to build your stuff and then program it. Yeah, well, Blender, I've tried Blender. Like I said, I just don't have the artistic eye for it. Um, 3D Max was pretty cool. I tried 3D Max. Like the thing is, I can do inorganic things. I cannot do inorganic. I cannot do organic models. I can do stuff like I can design a product like a flash drive very very well, but organic products don't work out for me. ZBrush. I haven't heard of ZBrush. Is it possible to join, for instance, 5 boxes into one? Yes. What you can do is you can just select, for example, I have all these box brushes, yeah, from 2 to 10. I'm going to just respace them again. So let's just delete these. They're too close together. There we go. So I'm going to do, there we go, 3, 4, 5. Grab these 5 brushes. And then what you can do is create static mesh. And there it is. There's our unique mesh that we just created with our boxes. That's why I need a Skynet AI for the 19 other nations. Sounds awesome, actually. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I would say keep it simple in the beginning. Just get your basics right, and then start moving up from there. Get them to follow basic commands. There's quite a few good tutorials in AI. I wouldn't give you any AIs on tutorials, AI tutorials, because like I said, I'm not comfortable with AI yet. Once I get comfortable with it, I can probably help some people out. Like I tried it a little bit, but it just doesn't work out that well for me. They always seem to do the opposite of what I tell them. Yeah, boy. Uh, ZBrush, is it that thing like? Wait, let me see in Blender. Because I know. Oh no, I'm thinking of Metaballs. Because I know in Blender you can do something like Metaballs. Yes, I know I'm using a very old version of Blender, but there's this cool thing. Here we go, Metaball. I don't know if you guys know about these Metaballs, but they're pretty damn awesome because they'll like stick to each other, which is a nice way to like start your model for sculpting. Let's see, elliptoid. They'll always just connect the best that they can. So that way you can technically get a organic looking and feeling shape in the beginning, and then you can just sculpt it out. These are really cool. Paint and Photoshop. Photoshop, yeah, I'm pretty okay with Photoshop. Paint, not so much. You can sculpt in Blender. Yeah, I know. Sculpting in Blender is, like I said, organic things, straight lines, straight circles, squares, I can do very well. But organic, I can't do that great, unfortunately. MS Paint's definitely the best 3D modeling software. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I definitely agree. I have used Make Human before. Um, it's not I don't know, it's weird because the thing is, yeah, I can use Make Human to make a model, but I don't have anybody to animate it for me. And my animations are uh, as good as a as good as like a I don't know. My I would say they're as good as like an old laptop running Skyrim. you know, trade-off. You can use Mixamo for animations. What's Mixamo? Why do I have? Ooh, make human. Oh, I know that. I know that. That's where I've heard it before. Isn't that like paid for though? It's not a free service, is it? Hmm. Oh goodness. I don't know why I'm gonna take off the 60 frames per second next stream. Yeah, something. No, it's free. Hmm, okay, I'll have to check it out. Probably a good thing to look into. It's free. It's free. Yeah, well, you know me. I enjoy my free things. How long have we been live? For an hour. Alright, so yeah. Uh, hey, that's pretty good. What's pretty good? I'd love to know what's so good. It has models and everything. Oh, it makes them. Okay. Then you should have said it's pretty good, not that's pretty good, because that just confused me. Alright, so any other questions, guys? Ooh, it's too hot. Honestly. Where's everybody from? I'd love to know. Wow, I made that way too long. There was a really cool thing I was trying to get to work last time, which is like distance between 2 points. Dialogue system. Oh goodness. I actually did try my hand at a dialogue system. How do you not suck at making games? Practice. Lots of practice. And really patient and a lot of patience. Like you have to be really patient. There's been days where I've sat like for 2 days trying to figure out why a certain thing is not doing what I needed to do. Like I had like a problem with what was it? It was with information gathering. It's quite annoying. But yeah, how do you not suck at making games? Like I said, time and patience. Dialogue systems. Those are a little bit out of my reach. I haven't been able to successfully do a dialogue system with blueprints. Um, but then also I haven't really had that much time to play with it. I'll see if I'll do some research and I'll see if I can do it for the next time that I stream. That way I'll know exactly what I'm doing. But yeah, DG18. Ow. Okay, it's a doobie. It's a doobie. A doobie. A doobie? A doobie. Oh yeah, so do I. I look for something they only took 5 years. I have a lot of abandoned game projects. Yeah, same here. When will when will you stream schedule or hmm or well I'll probably schedule things like 3 to 4 days in advance usually. Um but yeah, probably around the same time, maybe like every couple of days, maybe like once or twice a week. The thing is, I can't exactly tell because of my work schedule is also slightly weird. because I work for myself. I do web development as a web development and design as like a breadwinner, because YouTube doesn't pay that well. So yeah, um, but yeah, I do. Like I said, it's the first one that I scheduled. I scheduled it on Friday, I think. So you guys will get plenty of notice. But if you really want, I will tell you. I'll make a schedule, like let's say every 3 days or something, and then we can stream every 3 days. I have two projects in limbo and one I'm working on. Yeah, I had before I cleaned out my entire hard drive, like of projects of everything, essentially. I had also about 7 projects on the back burner, and one that I was really looking forward to. But you know how to make a flamethrower? Hell yeah! All right, so the easiest way to make a flamethrower, I'll show you just now. All right, so let me finish my story. So the back burner I think basically I have a couple of projects on the back burner, but I deleted everything. So yeah. Alright, so let's see how to make a flamethrower, and I'm working on one. That is my evaluation. I got to finish it until Friday. I'm going to attempt at making a horrible Quake clone. Oh, that could work. Horrible Quake clones. Yeah, that could work. Alright, so flamethrower, huh? Well, I mean, let's do this. So I'm gonna make a function for this. Just call it make flame, and when I press T on the keyboard it will make a flame. Okay, so T, make flame, released, and then we'll make one called stop flame. Flame. Why can I not spell today? Damn it. Event graph. Do not. Why does this always have to happen? Alright, so pressed, released, stop the flame. Great, save. So in order to make a flame, if you look in the starter content, there's a very useful, if I can find it, particles. There we go, they have fire. Now, the fire will look like this, right? So if we change this, actually no, we don't need to change it here even. We just go straight from the player character. So when we make flame, I'm going to spawn particle emitter attached, sure. Emitter template, fire, attach the component, attach it to the mesh, location, rotation. Great, so whoa, geez, there was a lot of chat that I missed. I'm working on. Okay, going to attempt. What do you mean by level 5? I'm a level 5 game developer, if that helps anyone. I have a level 5 HUD, HUD, BTech, and game development, and HND. Okay, that's cool. Where did you study? Stop flame will be like destroy me. Huh. Actually, we'll just keep it at make flame. So here we alright, level needs to be changed. Let's just go back to our, where's that level? New world, is that it? Save. New world, don't save. Oh no, I remember where we put it now. Jeez, like this is when it's useful. Hopwood Hall College. That's cool. Am I the youngest one here? Maybe. How old are you? I'll let you know. Alright, let's just quickly rotate the camera because it decided to spit the fire somewhere else. I'm gonna quickly displace it a little bit. Make flame X. I'm gonna say like -50, so it spawns in front of us. Hey, there it is. So now what you wanna do is you wanna rotate it on what are we rotating on? The y-axis 90 degrees. Make this like minus. Actually, we'll probably make this like 100. And then I want to move the camera just a little bit. So we're going to move this where we're at to 600 and rotate it in the 180. So it's looking at us. Okay, fantastic. And there is flamethrower, but on the floor, obviously. So you would basically, it's easy. You just create the flame by pressing the button. That's the easiest way to do it. Do it again, it will make the same flame. So how do you save that? This return value, you want to promote to a variable and call this flame. I know I misspelled it. Stop flame. You want to grab this flame and say destroy component. Sorry, I have hiccups now. So there we go. We're holding it and it's gone. We're holding it and it's gone. So yeah, it would go 19. Almost definitely like the oldest caps lock. Maybe so you can actually type an entire essay in caps. Yeah, probably. There it is. There's the flamethrower. It's beautiful, but it's on the floor. So all you have to do is just move it up by what, like, I don't know, like 150 units, I guess. That way it will be about neck length, neck height. There it is. Looks like his hat is on fire, but you get it. It's easy. You just create the particle system, and then you would actually create like a sphere that's stretched out about like if oh shoot, you can't even see what I'm showing. You would create a sphere that stretches out as a collider, and anything within that sphere gets damaged with your damage system. So what did we cover today? We covered click to make an animation, we covered flamethrower, and we also covered character customization. Pretty dope, I guess. And setting people's heads on fire. But yeah, so when you make the flame, then you could create like a sphere of influence. So in a sense, I'll show you what it would look like. Here we go. Where is it? Capsule collision. Drag this out. You want to rotate it 90 degrees. There it is. You'd probably just enable it even if you just have it made already. And what you want to do is you just want to stretch this out. Okay, that's way too much because my computer is being weird. Let's say your range is like 6 meters, so 600. And that way you would move your things 300. No, 0, wrong way. 300, 600. There you go. So there's your sphere of influence for your flamethrower. So when you activate when you activate the flamethrower, you'd activate the capsule collision component, which would in turn use your damage system to damage anything within it. Alright, geez. Chat is blowing up now. I'm most likely. How old are you, Woody? Gives a shit if you're 13. Hey, Kim Jong-un. I didn't give a shit about my life. Me neither. Is that is that cone a nuke made for me? I wanna die. How nice. I prefer sticking it up my ass. Cherry bomb just for you. I was not paying attention for the past minute. Sneak peek. Pornstash.com. What's pornstash.com? 28. Ah, jeez. Alright, so you're even older than me. Now I feel bad. Feel bad, man. Yeah, I'm 22. Believe it or not. But yeah, if you guys want to see like other tutorials, like programming wise, just let me know. Just let me know what language, because I would need to know what language beforehand. But yeah, I think, what are we at? 1 hour, and I'm gonna wait like 3 more minutes for any new questions. And if nothing comes in, then I'm gonna call it that for today. If something comes in, I'll cover it. But yeah, if nothing comes in, I'm gonna call it for the day. And then next time we'll probably do a slightly longer stream of about 2 to 3 hours. I just need to do a little bit of research. I completely didn't realize that this many people would show up and ask questions. So yeah, it's a pretty good. This was a pretty good like little stream. Simple multiple weapon system. Well, that's pretty easy. If you have, how do you make objects be destroyed in parts? There's actually a way to do it. Let's create a quick geometry. I'll do the weapon system now as well. So if we grab a sphere, not in this level, we'll do it in a different level because it's just not going to work in this. We got maps, starter map. We'll go to starter map, save this. Simple and multiple on to match. Okay, we're not going to do starter map. We're going to go back to minimal default. It's not it either. Advanced lighting. Sure, we'll go to advanced lighting. I need to find like a normal people map. Okay, whatever. Just build the light quick, so we have some light here. What the hell just happened? Geometry box. Add the box. There it is. Okay, great. So we're gonna stretch this out, stretch that out. So here's our floor. So if you were to take like a sphere, pick it up, but you actually need to save this as a mesh, create the static mesh, call this sphere, whatever, that's perfectly fine. Now what you want to do is you want to right click, and then there's a way, here we go, create destructible mesh. Creates the destructible mesh, you can then remove this one, drop this one in, and then we just need to add like a physics component or like a rigid body. That's not called a rigid body, is it? It's called physics. Oh no, just enable the physics, right? They're all rigid bodies. Enable gravity, simulate physics. Press play. And it didn't do shit. Why does this do this to me? Destructible component. There was a way that like you can set it no dampening whatsoever. Mass in kilograms, I'm gonna set this to like 5,000, 50,000, whatever. Just because I want it to fall nice and fast. Really? Simulation. Aha, here we go. Damage threshold, 0.1. Damage spread, 1. Impact damage, there we go. Debris, 5, 10. Great. 30 cells. 5 to, there we go, that's the random seed. Save, fracture the mesh. Alright, fantastic. Looks good to me. Save, new world. So if we drag this up and then drop it, it still didn't do shit. It really should just break. It's supposed to break. But for some reason it's not going to. Oh, that's actually pretty easy, Woody. The progress bar I'll also do then before I go. For some reason this is just not doing what I wanted to do. Put that up, I guess. 0 resistance to impact. Really? Are you kidding me? Like, are you actually just going to mess with me now? You should be breaking. There it is. Okay, it was just not simulating for some reason. But there it is. It broke up into tiny little pieces. So there is actually a function to do it within. Alright, so that was the sphere. Simple weapon system. That would be, you would use what? Probably a struct. Yeah, you'd use a struct that has your weapon mesh, weapon name, weapon damage, whatever else you need, weapon max ammo, and then you would switch between the two by scrolling. So you would say primary weapon struct, secondary weapon struct. When you scroll, switch over to the primary weapon. Let's do it like this. I'll do the weapon switching next time because then I can actually get some stuff set up. I'll get some 2 models or something to do it. The HUD thing, pretty easy. Cancel. There we go. No, actually, we're gonna need a new blueprint. So if we do something like this, user interface, and we're gonna call this health bar on head. Open it up, create a custom size. So width will be like 200, height will be 50. Go, great. This is our bar. Get the progress bar, anchor it to this. Actually, we can just anchor it center. 0.5 and 0.5. Size 250. Spread. Fill this in 100%. You would want to bind it. So what we do now is we go graph. We create a player character. And this is, what do we name it? Player character. Uh, guess this would be the one. Is it the one? Alright, whatever. So on construct, what we're gonna do is we're gonna need to get the player pawn. Then you wanna cast to the player character. I just do pure casts because they look nicer. And then you wanna just drag this out, promote to variable, call this player, set it. Then what you wanna do is you wanna get within the band, delete that. Within the player character, just do health, make this a float. It's editable and exposed on spawn, whatever, that's fine. We don't need to expose it on spawn actually. So there you go, that's our player. So then on this you can bind it to the player and health. Player. Yeah, health. There it is. So you bind it to the health, you compile. Then under the player character, you go to the viewport, go above the head, add widget. It is widget, call this health bar on head. The widget itself is wait there, widget class, health bar on head. It is compile. And now you're gonna go to play. We need a player start help, right? Right, so there we go. We also need to change this game mode to our new blueprint. Play. Alright, so there we go. As you can see, his health is set to 0. That you would do in the prettiness part of it, but yeah, I'll show you that just now in a second as well. So here is our player character. Scroll down to his health, and there's the health being changed. So 0.2, 0.5, 0.6, 0.8, 0.64 again, 0.8, 1. So that's all fine. Because, well, that's how you do it. You have the player character there doing it. Fantastic. So it's just you add the widget above their head, really. Now, to make it change colors, what you would do is you would say here on there you go, appearance, bind, create the binding. So here's how you're gonna do it. You're gonna need, I'm gonna just do 3 different colors. So I'm gonna do green, red, green, yellow, and red. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the player, get, no, we actually don't even need that. We just grab the progress bar, get fill, no, get value, really? Value. Crying out loud, where is the value? Really? It's not gonna show it? Huh. Interesting. What is it called here? Oh, percent. Excuse me. Get percent. There we go. Excuse me. It's called percent. So if the percent is bigger or equal to, let's say, 75, no, 60, because we're doing 3 colors. So if true, then you want to return value of green. Alright, if not, just copy paste this again and again. You're going to need 3 of them. If it's equal to 30, then it's going to be return value of yellow. Actually, I'm going to do something completely different because I won't be able to see the difference in colors. And else, return red. Just pure red. There we go. Actually, we don't even need that branch. You just else return red. Alright, compile, press play. We can't do it from here. We're going to need to go here, press play, get our player character, change his health to 100. There you go. Green, 80. Wait, 8. 0.8. My bad. 0.8, which means we need to change all that shit. This is 0.6, 0.3, and this we don't need. My bad. That was my fault. Alright, so go back again, get the player character, health 0.8, still green, 0.7, 0.6, 5. Okay, now it's not working. Get fill, color and opacity. Wait, percent is bigger. Oh, my bad. Damn it, I'm a moron. This is not bigger than, it's less than or equal to. Less than or equal to 60 and 0.6. And here we're going to do not because we don't want it to do anything specific. Wait, now I need to rethink this entire thing. Damn it, you guys threw me off. The health bar should change. One thing I don't like about nodes, sometimes you have to sit there and search for one for half an hour. Actually, you don't. What you do is, you just, oh, you mean like when you're doing that, yeah. Because something is not named how you expect it to be named. Alright, so let's just see. So the percent is if it's, okay. There's a way to do it. Here we go. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab this. If it's bigger than or equal to 60, right? Then we do green. If it's less than 60 and more or equal to 30, 0.3 again, I keep doing this, 0.6, 6, there we go, now it should work, else return red. Okay, so press play, not in the screen once again, press play here, play character, changes health to 1, green, 0.5, still not doing it, 0.3, 2, why is it not binding properly? I don't understand. This is very strange. Okay, wait, I'm gonna quickly do something to event graph plus. Yeah, show numpad plus. If you press it, health, set health to health plus 0.1. File and then minus. Set it to health minus. It's very strange, it shouldn't do this. So now we can actually just see. Okay, I'm gonna quickly move this over here. Off on head. Okay. Okay, that's fine. And what we do is we're just gonna replace this with player get health. Get health. Great. And then boom, boom, and boom. Should work now. There it is. Red, green, blue. Alright, so you guys didn't see that. So there you go. Green, blue, red. So it was just doing the wrong fill, I guess. That's fine though. But yeah, that's how you do it, is you just select the values that you want, return the colors. Alright, one thing I don't like about nodes. Okay, so we did that. We did the health bar, the changing of colors. So yeah, weapon system, I think I'm going to leave for next time, just so that I can get clued up on it, so that we don't spend like 2 hours just sitting here in silence while I figure some stuff out. But yeah. Alright, well guys, thank you very much for watching and tuning in. Be sure to catch the next one. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do more of these because they seemed like pretty good. Looks like a good way to get a couple of views. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.